visible law enforcement presence remains on the streets of Waukesha, Wisconsin this morning, one day after an SUV sped through barricades and into a Christmas parade, killing at least 5 people and injuring more than 40 others. The city of Waukesha posted on its social media accounts late Sunday that it could confirm at least 5 died and more than 40 were injured, while noting that it was still collecting information. The city's statement also noted that many people took themselves to hospitals. The city did not release any additional information about who died. A person of interest was in custody, according to the Waukesha Police Chief Dan Thompson. He gave no details about the person or any possible motive. The investigation was ongoing with assistance from the Wisconsin Department of Police. The time has come now for the United States Senate to take action on President Joe Biden's Build Back Better plan, and the Senate Majority Leader says it can be done. Julie Walker from the AP.
Senate Majority Leader wants to get President Biden's social agenda spending bill done by Christmas and sees negotiations within the party ahead. Senator Chuck Schumer says he knows his own Democratic Party is diverse.
From Bernie Sanders to Joe Manchin. But I tell our party, as leader of the party, that in unity is our strength. If any one person insists that unless they get a certain provision that someone else can't be with, the bill fails.
He says so far on all major bills, Democrats have stayed unified, even without Republican votes.
I think that we're in very good shape to get 50 votes.
Schumer also wants to make sure a provision to cap insulin at $35 a month remains in the bill. His comments come days after the House passed the $1.9 trillion plan. I'm Julie Walker.
Belarus does not want confrontation with Poland, but wants the European Union to take in 2,000 migrants stranded on its border. President Alexander Lukashenko said today, after Warsaw warned that tensions over trapped people could flare up. The EU accuses Belarus of flying in thousands of people from the Middle East and pushing them to cross into the EU via Poland, Lithuania, and Latvia in response to European sanctions. Now, Minsk denies fomenting the crisis. The Polish Prime Minister Mateusz Morawiecki warned on Sunday that the migrant crisis on the Belarus border may be a prelude to something much worse, and Poland's border guards said Belarusian forces were still ferrying migrants to the frontier. Chinese leader Xi Jinping says his country will not seek dominance over Southeast Asia or bully its smaller neighbors, despite a rise in regional frictions. Xi made the remarks on Monday during a virtual conference with members of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, otherwise known as ASEAN, marking the 30th anniversary of relations between the sides. China has repeatedly sought to overcome concerns about its rising power and influence, particularly its claim to virtually the entire South China Sea that overlaps with the claims of ASEAN members Malaysia, Vietnam, and the Philippines. The more than 66,000 United Nations peacekeepers are confronting greater threats today because conflicts have become more complex and are driven by an increasing number of factors ranging from ethnic tensions and the impact of organized crime to illegal exploitation of resources and terrorism. The UN peacekeeping chief, Jean-Pierre Lacroix, was interviewed by the Associated Press.
That 2 or 3 years ago, most of our peacekeeping missions have a political and security environment that has deteriorated. And I think that is a reflection of the enhanced, the conflictuality that characterizes today's world. But it certainly impacts our peacekeeping mission. And it forces us to make more efforts to adapt to these more difficult environments.
The drivers of conflict are increasing, according to Lacroix, and there are also what he called conflict enhancers, including digital technologies, the impact of fake news and misinformation on conflicts, and armed groups using increasingly sophisticated means to undermine our actions. And a one-time confidant to Benjamin Netanyahu began testifying against him on Monday in the former Israeli Prime Minister's corruption trial in Jerusalem. Nur Hefetz, a former spokesman for Netanyahu, was a key prosecution witness.
Hi, thank you for watching. I hope the videos are useful for you. Please subscribe to my channel using the button below.